Hey everyone, welcome back to Cars View channel. Today we've got something truly special. The all-new 2026 Lexus LX 570. Yes, you heard that right. The LX 570 is back. And Lexus has taken things to a whole new level in the full-size luxury SUV world. In this video we'll dive into what's changed, what remains unmistakably LX, and why it may be a game changer or a wild ride. We'll cover the design, interior, the powertrain, pricing, and yes, the risks you should know about. So buckle up, hit subscribe if you're into premium SUVs, and let's roll. Starting with the exterior, the 2026 LX 570 makes a bold statement. Lexus has kept its signature presence but dialed up the drama. The front fascia boasts a massive spindle-style grille reinterpreted for modern luxury, paired with razor-sharp LED headlamps and sculpted bodywork that give it both elegance and muscle. As one early review put it, the LX makes its presence known with a colossal black spindle grille, wrapped in an intricate mesh pattern, pure authority in motion. From the side, you'll notice strong character lines and a stance that hints at off-road ability despite the luxury finish. The rear features refined lighting elements and a wide-opening tailgate to emphasize its practicality. Now, persisting beneath the luxury veneer is real SUV DNA. The LX 570 remains a full-size body-on-frame SUV in its lineage, which means the design has to serve more than just looks. Capability still counts. The risk? With that stance and size comes some trade-offs. Bulk in tight urban maneuvers, potentially higher curb weight, and some fuel compromise. Will come to that later. But if you're looking for the kind of presence that turns heads and says, serious SUV, this one delivers. Step inside, and the 2026 LX 570 heightens the luxury credentials. Expect premium materials, quilted leather upholstery, elegant wood or metal trim accents, and an ambiance crafted to match its premium badge. Previous LX models already set a high bar with leather-wrapped dashboards, semi-aniline hides, and top-tier audio systems. The cabin is not just about look and feel, it's about technology and comfort. Large infotainment screens, sophisticated driver display clusters, connectivity features, and multi-zone climate control all aim to deliver. One review noted that Lexus has refined the interior finishes and latest tech on the LX 570. For you and your passengers, that means comfort in the front row and decent space in the second and potentially third row, depending on configuration. However, and this is important, full-size luxury SUVs like this often carry compromises. Third-row legroom might not match some rivals, cargo space with all rows up may be smaller than expected, and the elevated ride height means getting in and out takes a bit more effort than a crossover. Under the hood is where things get really interesting. While official full global spec sheet details specific to the 2026 LX 570 are still emerging, some early reports suggest a significant upgrade. The twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 found in related LX models produces around 409 horsepower and 479 lb-ft of torque as seen in the LX 600 with a 10-speed automatic and full-time four-wheel drive now. Even though this spec refers directly to the LX 600 variant, many analysts expect that the LX 570 will either adopt a similar or even enhanced powertrain for 2026. One early teaser called the new LX 570 packed with a powerful V8 engine, refined interior finishes, and the latest in Lexus technology. What does this mean in real-world driving? You'll likely enjoy strong acceleration for a vehicle of this size, capable towing in the realm of $8,000 lbs in certain LX variants. The off-road DNA remains too, low-range gearing, multi-terrain select systems, and full-time 4WD depending on your market make it more than just a boulevard cruiser. But, a caution. The increased performance and full-size structure mean that fuel economy will not approach that of a crossover or compact SUV. Elevated weight, boxy aerodynamics, and larger tires all matter. If you're doing mostly city suburban driving, keep the running costs in mind. Also handling will reflect its full-size, tall SUV design. Expect more body roll than a sports sedan and some challenge in nimbleness compared with smaller rivals. Now let's talk money. Exact pricing for the 2026 LX 570 globally is still being clarified, but to provide context, The 2026 LX600 has been projected to start in the region of around $108,000 and rise depending on trim, options, and local taxes. Hence, for the LX570, you should reasonably expect a figure in that ballpark or higher. Once you account for luxury trims, optional packages, high-end finishes, and tax import duties for markets outside the US. If you're budgeting for this vehicle, plan not just the purchase price, but also added costs, insurance, maintenance, fuel, tires, and potentially premium servicing. Luxury full-size SUVs like the LX570 command premium ownership costs. Before you pull the trigger, here are the risks and things to watch out for with the 2026 LX570. Fuel and running costs. As mentioned, big SUV or big thirst. Expect elevated fuel consumption, higher servicing costs, premium tires, brakes, etc. Size and maneuverability. If most of your driving is city traffic, tight parking lots, or in countries with narrow streets, the bulk of a full-size SUV may be less convenient than a smaller luxury SUV. Depreciation and market niche. Full-size luxury SUVs, especially premium branded ones, can face steeper depreciation and market variability. You'll want to consider resale value and model lifecycle. Trim and option complexity. With luxury vehicles, the base model may lack what you consider essential: massaging seats, advanced audio, driver assistance features. You may find yourself moving up trims much faster than expected to get features you want. Off-road capability trade-offs. While the LX570 retains serious capability, some luxury-oriented versions sacrifice ruggedness. Think big wheels, low-profile tires, less ground clearance, in favor of style. If you intend true off-roading, ensure the specification suits that use. Putting it simply, if you want ultimate luxury, presence, and serious SUV capability and are comfortable with cost and size, the LX570 is a strong contender. But if your use case is mostly urban commuting or you're budget-sensitive on running costs, make sure you compare with more modest luxury SUVs before committing. All right, that wraps our full walkthrough of the 2026 Lexus LX570. From its bold exterior, ultra-refined interior, powerful performance, to its high cost and ownership considerations, this SUV ticks a lot of boxes and demands a lot in return. If you're seriously considering the LX570, I'd recommend visiting your local Lexus dealer, taking a test drive, checking local trim availability, especially for markets like Indonesia, and comparing ownership costs over the first 5-10 years. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you don't miss future reviews of luxury SUVs, hybrids, and how they stack up. Comment below. Would you drive a full-size luxury SUV like the LX570, or do you lean toward something smaller? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching, stay curious, stay driven, and I'll see you in the next video.